Hello and welcome to the Microsoft PowerPoint application course. In this video today we will continue with formatting text and layout, and specifically we'll be looking at three topics: using superscript and subscript, and using single and double strikethru, and also adding bullets and numbered lists. So let's pull up our PowerPoint presentation to show you how to do this. So pull up the presentation one. So the first thing we want to look at is this superscript and subscript. So we go back to the presentation, and to do a superscript and subscript, let's type the word 105, and let's do that in two places. Now remember, superscript is like when you raise a value to the power of another value or number or letter, and subscript is when it is at the bottom. So for example, if I want to say 10 raised to the power of 5, I can make the 5 a superscript, and if I want to say 10 to base 5, I can also make the 5 here a subscript. So to do that, I will start with superscript. So I will select the 5 here, and I will go to home, let's see, font, and on the font tab go to superscript, and I will say OK, and there you go. In the same way, if I want to make 5 the base that is below 10, I can select 5, and this time we are talking about subscript, and I will go back to home menu, font, click the arrow, and this time I will choose subscript, and I will click OK. And basically this is what we mean by creating or using superscript and subscript, so you can do that yourself. Okay, so next to that we will talk about using single and double strikethru. Now if you want to cancel a word, let's say you type in a document or your presentation and you want to indicate that something is not applicable or draw a line over it or text, you simply can use the single strikethru, and also you can use the double strikethru. If you're familiar with the currency of Nigeria, that is normally having a letter N. So let's say I go here and I do this, and let's say I do N, and I do N. If I want to create the currency of Nigeria, I have to use a double strikethru, but let's start with a single strikethru. So let's take this word, for example. I will select it, go to home, font, click the arrow. By the way, this is strikethru and it's for single strikethru, but we will go through the normal process where we use the arrow down here, click it, and go to effect, and there you see strikethru. Okay, and you can click OK, and this is what it will look like. I can do the same to the number here by selecting it to the letter, and I can also use this directly. Let's click it, and you see it does the same. Now if I want a double version, let's make some space in this one to create something like the Naira sign for the currency of Nigeria. I will go to home, font, arrow down, and this time I will choose double strikethru. Click OK, and this is what it is. You can also insert the currency symbol anyway if you want from the symbol in PowerPoint. So this is about single and double strikethru. The final thing we will talk about is adding bullet tool and list. So let's say you want to make a list of things. Actually in PowerPoint, like you can see, this is already in bullets, which is pretty almost normal for PowerPoint. But let's say we go to the fourth slide and let's delete this. Let's just type a number of words and press enter. Press enter. We just type a number of words, more like a list of things. So assuming we want to make this a list, what you can do is select it. You can either select everything or you can go in and you select everything here, and you go to home menu, paragraph, and under paragraph you can see here the bullets and you can see the numbering. You can also do via this arrow. Let's click it, and then there is no list here, so we will go out of this and simply use this one. So if I want to apply a list, let's say I just want a bullet type, I will click the arrow down. Currently there's no bullet, and I can choose this one, click it, and there it goes. It's still selected, so I can always change it. So I can go back and I say I want this, or if I want to make it a numbering type, I can go to the numbering type and I click the arrow. You can say use this particular one, or I can say that one. So it depends on what you want. Now if you go back to one of the slides and you feel like changing the bullet for these guys, so let's select a part of it and see what happens. Then let's make it to a number. See, and it changes that along. So basically this is how you do the numbering and bulleting, and also superscript, subscript, as well as other things. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.